But
I agree.
well, today there are a couple of things that I had interest in that talking about. The first one was this morning I got up and was over at the UPS store by 8:00 because I had 3 more boxes of items to send to Amazon.
Good for you.
Yeah, this is I've been selling it on Amazon for probably 2.5 years. There for a while. I was selling on half.com. I started off on eBay, and then eBay was they went through this thing with teachers editions. Well, being a homeschool mom, I mean, I always have teachers editions of books because I teach the kids, so I have to have the answers. So they were giving us a bad time about selling stuff, and so then I was using half.com for a while, and then I started listing on Amazon, and I was kind of doing both. And I started noticing that Amazon was selling real quick compared to half.com. So I switched it all over, and then I heard about this thing called FBA, which we can talk about, and I loved FBA. And then I had a couple courses that I took on it that really helped me understand what that was. So I sold primarily homeschool books. Now I'm branching out, but that's primarily, and I still have a lot of books to sell. What is it that you're selling?
Well, if you hear that weird noise, that's my husband's cell phone. Well, we're selling something just a little bit different than you. We started out with Jim Cochran's course, PAC, and it's full of videos and PDFs and reports and ebooks. Well, I thought, we'd start out with books, but then as I read more and more about other items and toys and, just different things, we're selling a lot. Now, naturally we're selling books. First thing we did was go through our house and get out our books and type them in and see what they were worth, and we were shocked at some of them that we thought would be worth nothing. Some of Steve's old college books, amazing. And you won't believe this, my husband, who has hated yard sales his entire life, started saying, when are we going to go to yard sales? So we loaded 2 free apps from Amazon on our, wow, that's thunder, on our iPhone. So we're going to yard sales with our iPhones and we're scanning. It scans the UPC, it looks it up on Amazon, and it tells you how much they're selling for. It's amazing. I love it. Toys the same way. We're going in toy stores, stores where they might have, they're still new toys, but maybe the box was damaged a little bit. And we're going in those type stores and scanning toys. And I've got a lot of toys I need to send in right now.
Okay. So now you have to understand, why don't you explain, what does FBA mean?
Okay, that means Fulfillment by Amazon. Now, I'm like you. I've sold on Amazon for over 2 years also. I was selling my DVDs. And when someone would buy one, I'd get a notice saying you need to ship it to this address, and I would ship it. Well, Amazon came out with this new thing, what was it, about a year ago, a little over a year ago?
Yep.
About the time eBay was going down, Amazon made drastic changes and just took over. So we look up our items. I click that I want to list it. I write it down. I write a description. I put the price. I go through all my items doing that, and then I print out little UPC code to stick on the item, and we box it up and send it to Amazon. And they store it, they ship it, even international shipping. They pay for the shipping.
Let me tell you what I absolutely love about this. I was selling, so I probably started about a year and a half ago because we've moved. We've moved twice, and my husband said, we aren't moving these boxes again. So I started selling this stuff, and I'd get a sale, so I'd have to find a mailer to put it in. I had to put in the packing slip. I had to print out the postage. I had to get it to the post office. Okay? So I'm doing this, and then somebody told me about FBA, and so I started doing some research, and then I bought a course on it. I thought, this sounds pretty cool, but it was a little scary because you're out of control. I mean, once it's gone in, Amazon has it. But I went ahead, I followed the process, and if you're wanting to try this, you got to get a course because it will tell you how to do this and will keep you from making a lot of mistakes. In fact, I mean, the purpose of this call is not to promote Jim's product, but I like it and you like it, and it's helped both of us. If you go to myinternettutor.com/Amazon, that will take you to the course. Take a look at it. It really does help. But here was the cool thing. I boxed up all these books, sent them in. It didn't cost as much as I thought it was going to cost to send them in because you get to use the contracted rate that Amazon has with UPS. Yeah. So here I had 25 pounds of books, and I'm spending $8-9 to send in that many books, which was really cheap. Give it to UPS. Next, you get an email saying, it's arrived, and then you get an email saying we've logged it all in. It's now available for sale. And then what I did with I have a Gmail account, and I always put little tags on things. I put a red tag that had sold on it.
Yeah, you told me that.
Every time I got an email from Amazon that was a sale, it'd come up. And I started looking. And it was almost like, you got money from PayPal. I have another tag for you got money from PayPal. I thought, wow, this is cool because the book would sell and I didn't have to do anything else because Amazon took care of everything else. They shipped it to the customer. They gave me the money. They took out their fee and a little bit of processing, and then they put the money in my bank account. And I thought, wow, I don't want to ever ship book by book again.
No, I don't either. This is so amazing. Yeah, and I had to put my little flag on mine as soon as you told me you did that. And Steve was kind of coming to after having the heart cath done. I had my tablet there. He said, "You got any red flags?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "How many?" I said, 3 since she went to 3 sales since she went to sleep. He said, "Wow, I like this. That is so neat." And the toys that we're selling, I am amazed. We're going to some of the cheaper stores and we're looking, and they have some neat stuff. You just have to look. You learn what to look for, and they tell you in the PAC course. And you're right, you definitely need that. We would waste a lot of time and a lot of energy if we didn't have step-by-step instructions all the way through.
Yeah, and what I liked about Jim's course, and it came out after I had already been doing this for a while, is they have a beginning part that's for people that are just beginning. So if you're a homeschool mom like I am and you have all these books to sell, they had a gal that was showing you how to do that, and it's real simple. And I would have saved a lot of time and money, even though I had some help with the course I bought. It wasn't nearly as extensive as Jim's class, and it really just you can just take this one little piece. You don't even have to worry about what Nancy and I both now do. Do scanning and in the stores or tag sales. You don't have to do that. You can just use what they teach you about selling your book and get them up there, and you get them out of the house, and you make pretty good money with it. So I'd encourage you. I'm even now. I have a couple moms that don't want to do this, and they said, "Would you sell my books for me?" And this is this is not a huge money maker for me, but it helps them out, and it gives me a few extra bucks. So.
Oh yeah, that's great.
So I'm doing that now, kind of on the side. That's what I do on Saturdays, list books. So.
Yeah, us too. Oh, can I tell you about last Saturday? What we did?
Yes. Yes.
We of course Steve wanted to get up and go to yard sales again, and just that fact. I won't get into that anyway. It's amazing. But we rode past this yard sale that I recognized because I've gone to yard sales for years, and this guy always has yard sales. And I thought, oh gosh, he's one of those dealers. He goes out and buys stuff, and then he puts it out on his tables, and he knows if he's got something valuable. So he said, well, let's stop anyway. Let's just look. And he probably had 4 6-foot tables with books standing up in on end. And so we got our little stacks of books and we started scanning them, and we've learned you can't say, golly, look at this. He's only wanting $1 and look what it sells for. We want to do that, but we're very cool. Steve will say, look at this book. Tell me what you think. And I'll look, and one of these books that we got, I just pulled the sticker off. It had 25 cents on it. Well, when I looked it up, it's an old mathematics book, and it's selling for between $109 and $223 on Amazon.
Wow.
And I flipped out. And there's another book about the Titanic that we paid $1 for. Well, it's $29. Now, they're not all, you don't make that much of a profit on all of them. You might make between $8 and $12 if we've learned to be a little more choosy about our books now than we were the first time we went out buying. But, it just is so much fun, and it's amazing. And then we can't wait to get home and get them listed and get them boxed up. And knowing, the first time we sent them in, we sent in 12 boxes. And the shipping for 12 boxes was $42. And some of these were big boxes because we had toys in those. And I thought, my gosh, it cost me almost that much to send one wreath in one big box.
Wow.
So using their shipping rate is great.
Oh, that's a great story. No, those are some awesome finds.
Yeah.
I'm still banned from tag sales.
I
know. Now if I come home from the store and I found something at one of the stores that had some items on clearance, and then they were toys. They were giving another 20% off. So I'm standing over there looking and doing my scanner thing, and I pick what items I want, bring them home. And my son, he looks at this and he goes, "Mom, really? How long are these going to sit here before?" Because I used to do this with eBay, and there's a lot of things I never ended up. It was too much work. That this is so easy.
Oh yeah.
That it's a no-brainer to me. So I sent him in. So I had sold a bunch of toys, and he had given me a bad time. And I told him the other day. I said, just wanted you to know, a couple of those games sold, and I just made $40 on those 2 games. His eyebrows kind of arched a bit. He goes, "Oh, I see. Okay, well maybe can I sell some of my games?"
That is so funny. He sounds like our sons who are in their 30s now. And, I started telling them, "You won't believe this. This is so amazing." And they said, "Yeah, Mom. Yeah. Okay, good." Because I'm like you. I'm doing something all the time. I'm moving from one thing to the other. But now Andy says, "Hey, Mom, how many have you sold now?" The last time he asked me, I said, "Well, Andy, in 2 weeks' time, we've sold 35 items." "What? Okay, are you going to tell me how to do it?" I said, "No, son." You have to look at the videos. You have to read the PDFs, just like I did, because I can't tell you all of it. But he's going to. He's real excited.
No, that's good. No, it's a great thing. So if you want, here's how I view this. There are some strategies who are making recurring income with this, and that's part of what's in Jim's course. But for people that need money now, this is an excellent way to bring in some cash. And I highly recommend it because it works. I mean, we're both making money, and without a lot of, I mean, it takes a little bit of effort to read through the course and to get started. But once you have it down, you can go through things pretty quickly.
Yeah, you can. And you know what? The course was really no effort to me because I was so excited. I mean, I was playing it on my laptop while I was cooking dinner. I was playing it somewhere else on my tablet while I was doing something else. I didn't want to put it down. You know, some things are kind of a chore to do. This is not a chore. This is very exciting.
Yeah, and then it makes shopping, I'm not a shopper, but it makes shopping more fun. So when my daughter says, I want to go to Target or I want to go to Walmart or I want to go someplace, I go, okay, I'll go.
Yeah, I noticed.
Make sure my phone's charged. So I can go and she goes, no.
I know you're not a shopper, and the last time you told me you were going shopping with Kelsey, I said, Steve, Linda's going shopping. He said, you mean she's going scanning, don't you? I said, yeah.
Well, we can have some bonding time, and I can actually have a purpose of making money while I'm doing it.
Yeah, just don't forget to charge your phone. We did that one Saturday. That's not good.
No, that's kind of a downer.